Hey everyone, and welcome back once again. And we're going to be doing something what is actually going to be interested as well. Before am I going to be typing highway or some kind of like this as well in the previous video as well. But today, let's get the show on the road in Comic Studio. And yes, this is not going to be very sure what the previous video is absolutely going to be, the highway, and for some sort of like this thing as well, for some sort of like this. And where today, let's get the show in the road for those things is going to be for like this. It's absolutely for some sort of a little bit of wrong spelling as well. So I just going to get for a right spelling for this thing as well, or not the right is going to be as well. Here it is, the Road Trip Comic Studio isn't going to be for one thing as well. There must be Crossing Road Comic Studio. Even this is actually is going to be a lot more as well. Showing up like anything as well. Even there must be pretty more as well. I already seen this from the past few comic posts. And probably for some sort of like this thing as well. And some kind of going to be for around with this thing as well. And you may absolutely sing for just almost 10 out of 10 that I can see a Corvette C8. And it wasn't going to be for somewhere like this. I might going to be find as the Pomegranate Road, and a little bit for some sort of like there's a little bit for a couple of comic creators around here, and nothing just less about here, and nothing is going to be for some sort of like years. So it's not just like an icon as well. So there's no backgrounds as well. So I really think this isn't going to be for some sort of like this. And there's no automobiles. But this is exactly how a glitch it is as well. So we're gonna be added for some sort of like this, and we're going to be added for some sort of cities as well. And just like this, I added a little bit more for some sort of a Pomegranate Road comic studio. So I'll be added for some sort of like this, and it's gonna be for in the link in the description below as well. So we also have highways as well, and probably there must be footages from Roblox. I really get it what is going on for around here. I remember around of this thing as well, and slightly how is not going to be for around as well. But I got some bad news that what happened to my mouse. My mouse is kind of getting even a little bit worse, and it has a continuing to consume for major problems on my mouse. Clicking problems could be for one opportunity as well. So if I gotta be clicking around for some sort of that causing 3 times as well, and I don't really think that means we're absolutely going to be buying something like as the new headphones and for some sort of mouse as well, and replacing the computer that is not subjected to be upgraded as well. Unfortunately, they were still expensive for a little bit long as well. For some sort of roads is going to be for a freeway, and this isn't going to be for some sort of like this. Freeway comics hasn't going to be existed as well. And what about traffic? And the traffic topic is going to be for a little bit of a long time as well. Sometimes it's going to be taking for a little bit of a long time as well, since for some sort of it wasn't going to be for some sort of like the high as well. So there's a lot of ghost cars, nothing making fun of them as well for some sort of roads, and many more and other kinds of like those things as well. Even there must be going to be getting on the road for as well, so it's not going to be too in the link in the description around here for some sort of this. And this is absolutely ridiculously so underrated as well, except for the Pomegranate Road comic studio. The Pomegranate Road comic studio wasn't going to be for like this as well, so I better go to be checking out for this thing as well that I just going to be started around here. So let's hear for some sort of for this comic creator, and it was the reference of the Sesame Street. Eventually, I have overslept again until the morning has just going to be rising up as well. That I just recorded something as well. I'm not going to be zooming out for some sort of like for more reviews, but unfortunately, it's too late for it to do so as well. And I was completely tired of this for a long time as well. So we might able to be reviewing the characters later as well. As we might able to be looking at this, and that we don't really think this isn't going to be for jest as well. So as I'm gonna be going to get a little bit closer and look, without it's going to be for some sort of like this. This is a silly parody of Sesame Street. Credits to same workshop as Jim Henson or the Jim Henson for making Sesame Street like this. And thankfully, this isn't going to be for around here for as well. And it says here is the Pomegranate Road, or the Pomegranate Road. Be nice and learn fun lessons and try not to die in the blimmo. So, which is replied to Elmo, could be for one of this thing as well. Doesn't sound that fun. And nothing reply for some kind of like the garbage guy over here. There's Bird and the Cookie Monster. There are 4 stages. It could be for Zarmy, the guest, main Muppets, and other kinds like those things. And like they say as well, I wasn't able to reveal for these characters as well. So I have nothing maybe later that I already seen this. And the work in progress like these wouldn't be necessary as well. So we might able to be showing this out for the end of this video. But of course, we just add something really ridiculous. Like when anything it was. Even before that, it was absolutely almost ruined by something else. Even for some sort of like the crazy traffic jams like as well. Or even the skies that something is going to get you. Even the parking like those things that I just added within the real life cars. Beyond those, some guys as well. And I probably using for some sort of like for those in my files. And like anything as well, he was down bad as well. So that will be the end of this video. But we counting for some kind of characters and the number of cars could be for the free smart vans. There was a pizza cookie who's going out of the way on the traffic as well. A little bit more cars as well. But even for that, almond cookie was shocked as being chased for some sort of like this. Spinach cookie was being chased by a dynamite man. And that even though that is going to be after coffee cookie, it's right next wrist side of almond cookie as well. But that must be for some sort of screens throughout advertisements, such as the Greyhound Bus, the Dave TDS, and there's another one from, there's another one, I'm not very sure, another screen from the Lionel advertisement, and right behind Henry, and there must be a NASCAR reference, with some kind of a footage from NASCAR Racing 2003 season. Even though there is elderberry right beside with the Dodge Durango and right beside of Ford Explorer. It was absolutely for the older version from the early 2010s and before the 2010s version, and right next to the Pontiac G8, and that must be for a pastel marigold cookie, or I'm not very for some sort of pastel meringue cookie. It was right over here next to the Durango and the Explorer. And probably not very sure. Henry was being stuck in the traffic as well, in the middle of the road, but something is absolutely going wrong as well. That the pizza cookie is going to be out of the way as well. There was 2 toy Satans flying all the way around the park. There was there's a Chevrolet Traverse, and it's right beside with Paul from Anton Blast has just turned big as well. And there's Mole Buster right behind, and it's right next into the free smart van, or the free smart van over here. There's Timekeeper Cookie, followed by Henry Stickmin, but I don't really think that another some guy as well is going to get them down as well for the no-fly zone. And even though Small Buster, I'm not very sure, Pancake Cookie was defeated by some sort of enemies with Small Buster and for some kind of malls. And I'm not very sure, these could be from their enemies from Anton Blast. And I wouldn't believe this is absolutely for some kind of crazy ride here for to do this as well. So that will be wrapped up for today's video as well. If you're gonna be trying to find here into the like this as well, the link is gonna be in description before it's going to be taken down anyways. So probably in that, I guess, thanks for watching, for all your support, and I gotta be talk to you mini lads and comic studio users all later. And don't forget, the link is gonna be in description below to browse some comics before it's gonna be getting sued around here in the future. And that will be probably it for thanks again, and I'm gonna be signing off.